संसारस्वप्नतुल्यो हि संसारस्वप्नतुल्यो हि रागद्वेषातिसङ्कुलः स्वकाले सत्यवद्भाति प्रबोधे satyasadbhavet. The world, which is full of attachments, aversions, and so on, is like a dream. It appears to be real as long as the dream continues, but become unreal when one wakes up, when true wisdom dawns. Samsara here means the world of births and deaths in an endless cycle, which can only be escaped through the knowledge of self. The characteristic feature of the samsara is that it is a realm where one thought is not like the next thought. And thoughts change so rapidly from one to the next. And the resultant experience of such thoughts also change accordingly from one's experience to another experience. This is the nature of samsara. Samsara means that which is ever changing, and that is why it is such an appropriate word to describe this world, which is a play changing every moment. A thought does not stay for a long in the mind. It changes moment to moment. The message of this verse is to show how unreal the world is. Rāgadveṣādi. The word adi after rāgadveṣa indicates etc. It refers to the whole chain of the qualities which raga and dvesha, in which raga dvesha are the first two. The others are lobha, moha, mada and matsarya. The six negative qualities translated are likes or attachment, dislikes or aversion, greed, delusion, pride and jealousy. It is very hard for a seeker to get conviction that the world so clearly perceived is unreal. And the only reality is the non-dual Atman. Hence the compassionate Acharya in this verse is explaining this relevance of world through a beautiful simile. Svapnatulyo, Nyaya or analogy. The world of objects existing in time and space is compared to a dream as it is viewed from the waking state. In a dream, the mind creates fanciful existence. Unfulfilled desires, passions, emotions, or partially fulfilled desires, etc., which we carry on in our minds when we go to sleep, or which are stored as impressions in our mind. They often manifest in our dreams. Shankara compares a human being's life full of attachment, aversion, etc. with the dream state explained above. When a person is dreaming, then the dream world itself is mistaken as real. In that world, one may become a king and be happy, or lose everything and become sad or afraid. Till the dream exists, that is, till one is in the dream state, all this may appear as real. But once one wakes up from that state, the dream is not known to be nothing but an illusion. It is unreal because it is impermanent and it never exists forever. Once a person wakes up from his dream, invariably he knows that whatever was experienced by him in his dream is unreal and an imagination. We often get such dreams which we can never imagine in a normal life even. It is often, though not every time, that we get certain things in our dream, we enjoy certain things in our dream, which we aspire for achieving or getting in our life, but which we never got in our life totally. Also, when our thoughts are not pure and serene, we get dreams sometimes in which we undergo sufferings. We don't have just one dream every night. Most of us have more than one dream. We pass from one dream to the next dream. When we wake up, we remember only the last dream, the one we had just before we woke up. When we pass from one dream to another, we don't generally recall the earlier dream. Waking up is the only way for this series of dreams to come to an end. The implication of this daily experience of ours can be staggering. If we step back a little, we might notice that our entire life can be seen as a series of dreams. Each of the three states, waking, dream, deep sleep, can itself be seen as a dream. The Aitareya Upanishad says as much when it declares that there are three kinds of dreams: the waking dream, the dream, and the deep sleep dream. What happens when we get up? We realize at once that the environment seen in the dream, the people, the events which were seen, experienced in our dream, all of them are not there at all when we wake up and come to our senses. Exactly this applies to all the worldly experiences which we get in this objective, ephemeral world. Due to our ignorance, which can be related to our dream in the above analogy, we believe and we indulge in so many experiences in our life in this world. These worldly experiences are exactly comparable to our dream experience, where We had so many dreams, and in the dream, sometimes even we were there, very much involved in the events that were going on in the dream. We were also one of the objects or persons in the dream, and we are smiling, we are crying, we are doing so many things there in the dream. Now, coming to the world that we perceive is felt through our senses and is full of attachments and aversions. These are only due to our ignorance. The ever-changing world can never be real. It is just like a prolonged dream created only by our mind. Till one is in ignorance, the world with all its duality is perceived as real, and one gets deluded by bonding, attachment, hatred, etc. All these arise due to ignorance, and once the knowledge of the self dawns, then this world is known only as an illusion, just like the dream world that never existed. If dream is defined as inaccurate perception, that is a yadartha darshanam, then every experience mediated through the mind and senses is a dream, because all such experiences are inaccurate perceptions. The experience could be a pointer to a reality, but it is not the reality itself. The experience of dream points to the existence of the dreamer. The one which is seen in the dream is not real, or that which is seen in the dream is not real, but the one seeing the dream is real. Similarly, in the samsara, all the experiences which we are undergoing, they are all ephemeral, ever changing. But the one experiencer within us, eternal witness, that is real. The consciousness or the witness consciousness never changes. Even when what is witnessed keep on changing one after the other, even within one day, even within 1 hour, even sometimes within 20 minutes or 10 minutes. If a person continues to believe the world as real and moves around with attachment, aversion, etc., then what is his state in the context of a dream? We often observe that in a dream we are, as we said already, we would be seen witnessing all that is happening in the dream, and we ourselves stand there and pass a judgment that this is not a dream, that this is all real. It happens to us in the dream itself. It happens to all, at least a few times in our life. In the dream itself, we say, no, this is not dream. This is actually happening. See, all these things are happening. All these things are real, real, real. Okay. State of a person who has not realized that the world of attachment, etc., is unreal is exactly like this. He exists there, witnessing the illusory world very much like the person who stands there in dream and experiences the dream experience happening to him. And as explained above, in the context of a dream, we also pass a judgment that all these experiences in our life are real. The judgment may be explicit or judgment may be in our subconscious mind. Because we have a mistaken notion on account of our ignorance that our identity as limited jiva is real. The world is real. All the experiences which the world fetches to us are real. Technically, this ignorance does two jobs. What are those two jobs? Creates unreal waking Dvaita Prapancha. And then unreal Dvaita Prapancha is taken to be real. These are the two jobs of this ignorance. And what is the result? The result is that Advaita Atman is misrepresented, twisted as Dvaita Prapancha, which is not there. Creation of unreal Dvaita Prapancha is function of avidya, or in macrocosm Maya. Both are very powerful. Samsara or unreal duality, unreal Dvaita Prapancha projected by ignorance is the cause for all problems. Once this Dvaita Prapancha is created, man cannot keep quiet. Every object forces him to respond in the form of rāgadveṣā. The whole life is gone in arranging and rearranging this mistaken notion of Dvaita Prapancha, the samsara. Till one is dreaming, one cannot know that the dream world is unreal. Similarly, the world perceived in the waking state can be realized as unreal only after the ignorance that creates the Dvaita Prapancha is completely negated. A seeker must hence constantly remember that the world that is perceived and appears to be real is an illusion created by mind and must not get affected by all the happenings in the world. A person who has a balanced and controlled mind, who is not tossed by anger, pride, jealousies, etc., rāgadveṣā, etc., he does not wander away into wild dreams created by a feeble mind. This was explained in most subtle way in the last Ashtavakra Gita talk, where he said, if the waking state from morning to evening is existed, the state of existence is sahaja samadhi, nothing gets into our dream at all. So we don't get the dream. We will not get the dream. That is explained in a more easy way in this above lines. Only that which is stable, unchangeable, and eternal is our true existence, and that has to be discovering our true existence has to be our only goal. We cannot apply these adjectives stable, unchangeable, eternal, etc. to anything that we see around us, including our own bodies and minds. This was given in a more subtler way in the Ashtavakra Gita verse where he told that if you are experiencing anything, then that is not real. Enlightened beings are those who have woken. One who wakes up is called a Buddha. Swami Vivekananda's favorite exhortation may make better sense in light of what is said above. Kathopanishad lines: arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. The goal is to stop dreaming and to wake up. Such a man of realization recognizes the experiences in this world as a dream, wherein he experiences this world or as a realm of objects, time, space only. Just as a dream is so distinctly different from the waking state, so also the waking state itself is distinctly different from the state of God realization. This is the appropriateness of this analogy. So, your journey in spiritual path is two ways. First of all, wake up from the dream state. That is, realize that the world, the samsara, is all unreal. And then the second is to go even beyond the waking state. You have to go beyond this understanding that the world is unreal, and you have to transcend both real and unreal, which are caused through your mind and senses, and you have to exist as eternal Atma. Due to the grace of God and Guru, time comes in one's life in one appropriate birth. When this ignorance is broken, the falsity of the world and our limited existence with the body is known, is understood and negated, and our actual true identity as the infinite Atman is realized. What is the state of such a realized seer? Kaivalya Upanishad says, "For me, there is neither earth nor water nor fire nor air nor ether." Realizing the nature of the Paramatman, the one who is in the cavity of the heart, who is without parts, without a second, the witness of all, beyond both existence and non-existence, one attains the very nature of the Paramatman. In the dream, our intellect is not there. Our body consciousness is not there. Limited mind works. And with that limited mind, whatever we dreamt, when we get up, when we have realized that it was not real at all, then why, as soon as we get the body consciousness in our waking state, and instead of limited mind, full mind and starts working, why can't we place this body mind as subordinate to our sattvic pure intellect and realize that the waking state is but the continuation of dream, and even the experiences in our waking state is unreal. Only I am, only that is, the existence is. Everything apart from me, the true self, is unreal. I am a real, pure self. Hari Om Tat Sat.